Hi everyone, I'm Alex from Covet and you're watching Pretty Upfront. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here to see more videos from me. So it's finally autumn. I love autumn, it's my favourite season, and it's especially my favourite season for makeup. Now you might have a little bit of tan left over from summer, a little bit of glow, so I'm going to show you the perfect way to transition that golden glow into autumn, and I have a really beautiful golden bronzy smoky eye to show you here as well. So one of my favourite transitional makeup items to always have in my makeup bag is a liquid bronzer, and these are so great because you can use them as a normal bronzer and you can also mix them in with your foundation. This is the Perricone MD No Bronzer Bronzer, and I'm going to mix this in with my foundation, which today I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. So I'm literally going to drop one drop of this into a pump of my foundation, mix it together, and then start applying that on my face. So the colour of this bronzer just gives you a little bit of extra warmth, but it doesn't make your foundation look too orangey. It'll just keep your summer glow going for a little bit longer. So I'm gonna pop that on with my beauty blender, and it'll also mix the two together as you're going to. So it'll give you a really flawless looking base. So concealer is always my best friend, and this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer, same as the foundation. And I'm just gonna be using this under my eyes because it's amazing for knocking out dark circles. I've just put a little bit on my hand because a little bit of this concealer goes a really long way. So I'm going to dab this under my eyes in a V shape, and that will just really brighten and lift your entire face. So now I'm going to go back to the liquid bronzer, and if you've never used a liquid bronzer before and you might be a little bit scared of it, don't be. It's such a simple product to use. You just pop it all over your face. Again, I'm going to use my beauty blender, a little bit on the back of my hand, and then just dab it into the sponge. And this just makes for a really lovely golden bronzy glow. So I'm just tapping that where I would usually put my bronzer, so all along my cheeks, a little bit up to my temples, and then also down my neck as well. So one of my favourite tips to fake a summer glow is to just pop a little bit of bronzer down the bridge of your nose, and this is a place you would naturally catch a little bit of tan anyway, and it just gives the illusion that you've got a little bit more colour in your skin. I am going to powder my skin. I think matte skin is a really nice autumnal look, so I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. So this is a translucent powder, which goes on really lightly, really thin. You don't really notice that there is any extra powder on your skin, which is great because it doesn't look cakey. So it's just going to keep your makeup on and keep it set for a really long time. So now I've bronzed up the skin, I'm going to add a little bit more colour into the apples of my cheeks. For this I'm using Clinique's Ginger Pop Blusher, and this is a really lovely autumnal colour as well. It's a very peachy colour and it's very warm toned as well, which I think is perfect for autumn. And then for highlighter, as we are keeping this very golden and bronzy as well, I'm going to use one of my favourite golden toned highlighters. This is from Benefit and it's Sunbeam. This is so beautiful, it's gold, it's glowy, it gives such a beautiful radiance and sheen on your skin. And just tap that onto the tops of my cheekbones. This is such a beautiful product. So I'm going to pop a little bit of Precisely my brow pencil through my brows just to give them a little bit more definition and shape. And I do love a bold brow, especially in autumn and in fact all year round. So I'm going to go a little bit stronger with this than my natural brow shape is. And because this pencil is so fine, it really imitates the natural brow hairs in your brow. So now for the eyes, which are my favourite part, and I'm going to be using one of the most beautiful golden bronze eyeshadow palettes I've ever seen. This is from NARS and it's the Isolde palette. So I'm going to use the golden shade all over my lids, so I'm just going to pack this on. And I'm using a fluffy blending brush for this, which just takes all the work away. It blends as it goes and makes it so easy. And I'm going to take this up a little bit higher than I usually would and really blend it up into the crease so that the whole bronze effect is really full on and beautiful. And I'm also going to pop that underneath my eye as well and really smoke it out quite far underneath my lash line. And these shadows are so buttery, they blend on incredibly smoothly. And then I'm going to use the darker shade and just kind of take this on the outer half of my eye so it gives it some dimension and it really kind of adds to the smokiness of this whole look. And I'm going to take that underneath as well and just keeping it on the outer half of my bottom lashes this time. So I'm also going to do a wing liner with this look, and I'm using a brown liquid liner. This is from Benefit and it's their Real Push-Up Liner. So this is actually a click-up pen, and it's a gel liner in a pen, which just makes things so much more simple, and it's a really dark, really intense brown. So I personally love using a brown liner instead of a black. I think you still get the same definition, but it just looks a little softer and more subtle, and especially with bronzy shades like these eyeshadows, I think it just ties in a lot better. So next onto mascara, and I'm going to use my favourite from Benefit, and this is Roller Lash. So this gives a really thickened and also very lengthened look to your lashes. It kind of does everything in one, everything that you want a mascara to do. And I like to put on a lot of this. I love my mascara, so I will put on coats and coats of this stuff. So to finish off, because we've gone for a very kind of bold, smoky look on the eyes, I'm going to use a really simple, very nude, natural lipstick, and this is from MAC. It's a really lovely brown tone nude, and I love brown tone nudes for autumn. It's kind of like a Your Lips but better colour, but just a bit more brown, a bit darker, and it is really, really pretty. So that's the finished look, a perfect bronzy makeup to take you straight into autumn. Let me know what else you'd like to see from me here on Pretty Upfront, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and also leave me a comment down below letting me know what you thought of this video.